Why in the world would you worship a God that doesn't need? How do you have a relationship with a God that doesn't need? What does it mean you're in awe of God because He's so powerful? What are you, crazy? Why are you excited about His power? That's dangerous. If you're excited about His power, you're not serving Him. You're in love with power. Why do Jews in general, for all of our history, why do we take the Eibishter seriously? What do we care what He wants, what He says? Because He's powerful?
He made us, He knows us.
Because He's smart? Because He's smart?
When things are really hard, there's not really anything else to go and turn to. When you're like...
So you're desperate?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. There are a number of ways that you can serve or believe or have a relationship with the Eibishter. One is, you have no choice. You have no choice. You don't listen to Him, He's going to kill you. The other is, He's so powerful that I'm impressed. Like the Muslims. Another is, He is love. He is love. I want love. Or, He is so smart. God is so smart. So if I'm going to take advice from anybody, I'm going to take it from Him. Now, in all of these cases, you don't care about God. You don't care about Him. The person who serves the Eibishter because he's smart is really just looking for intelligence. He's not looking for the Eibishter. If you're doing it because He's powerful, you're really looking for power. If you want love, then it's not the Eibishter, it's love. Very much like, what is it about your husband? Oh, he's very smart.
So
Really?
It's truth that keeps us...
The reason you love your husband is because he's smart? You didn't have to marry him for that. You can go to the library anytime for free. And the library is smarter than your husband. Because the library knows everything. If not, go to a bigger library.
So what is?
If you marry your husband because you want love, then you don't really want him. You want love. So all these people who claim to be worshiping God are really worshiping something else. And I think that that's what Avodah Zarah means. Avodah Zarah doesn't mean you bow to a statue. Nobody is that dumb. Avodah Zarah means you worship something about the Eibishter and not Him. So Avodah Zarah, you're worshiping some ingredient, not Him. How do you worship Him? What is Him? Him is His need. If His need bothers you, touches you, then you're responding to Him. You are worshiping Him. If He doesn't need, you can't worship Him. You can only worship things about Him. So if He doesn't have a need, He's not an Eibishter, He's a Getchke. If He doesn't have a need, then you can't do for Him. You can only get from Him. Love, power, security, intelligence. And the same is true with your husband, and the same is true with your child. If your child needs you, does that annoy you? Does that disappoint you?
No.
Would you say to your child, will you stop needing me and grow up and be perfect? So when your child says, no, I don't need you, say, wow, I have a perfect child. I'm so proud. No, you have a damaged child. And the same with a husband. If you find out that your husband needs something, you're going to lose respect for him? Why? Because you want him to be perfect and not need? That's not perfect. That's damaged. In fact, if a person has a need and can't express it, that's damaged.
But that just makes you feel more important if you know that somebody has a weakness or a vulnerability.
That's
makes
nasty.
you feel more powerful.
That's nasty.
It's true.
But-
You want your kid to need you because
Yeah, but that's
you're all
nasty.
pathetic. You
When
want
your husband needs
you want
you,
your friend to need you because
when your husband needs
you
you,
provide for them.
and that makes you feel good about yourself, then you're going to make sure he never gets what he needs.
No, because you feel good about
Because then you're not going to be superior to him anymore.
you feel good about providing you.
If you feel good about providing his need, you are wonderful.
You just said the opposite.
If you feel good to provide his need, you're wonderful. If you're upset that he has a need, you're a monster. If you're happy that he has a need, and you hope he stays that way,
You want to be around people that need you, not because you're a monster, but because you want to feel the void of people's lives.
you want to feel needed. Absolutely. That's the only way a real relationship can exist. Because if you're not needed, you're not in a relationship.